Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's video, doing JMA Friday for today's video. So as always on a Friday, we're having a look at the weather for the month ahead with Japanese and CFS V2 models. I should get on that for you in a moment. Just to say that first, the video today was our 6 AM UK weather forecast. We've released the ECM WF 42-day forecast and also got a 10 to 14 day coming to you later on as well. Please like, share and subscribe on all of today's videos. Thank you so much everybody for doing that, and I hope you're having a lovely Friday. Okay, let's start off with the JMA. You're going to find out whether this is in agreement with the EC 42-day. And normally you have to wait till Saturday morning to see whether they're in agreement, but we've released the EC 42-day 24 hours earlier than normal today. So here we go. This is for week 1 on 500 millibar height anomaly from the JMA from the Arctic and North Pole view down. So this is the North Pole just here, wider up to circle around there. And then the mid-latitudes are through here. So blue is extrapolating to below average heights, which is low pressure. Yellow, orange and red to above average heights, which is high pressure. Right, so this is week 1, taking us from the 26th of May, today, through to the 2nd of June, and anti-cyclonic high pressure all the way in the next week, with a large area of high pressure sitting right over top of the UK island, and also the North Atlantic as well. We're high and dry, goodness gracious me, in the week ahead. Week 2 will be the 2nd to the 9th of June, and that high pressure begins to inch out to our west and northwest a little bit. It just allows some slightly cooler pressure air to come around the top of high pressure from the east and from the northeast. It's still a largely settled scenario, would just be cooler due to the change in the wind direction. And then weeks 3 and 4 takes us from the 9th to the 23rd of June, and the high pressure then above average heights sets up to our east, with below average heights down here, and we might start to bring in some warmer air from the southeast. Obviously we've got to watch out for that area of low pressure to the south start moving northwards, so we might get a flungy breakdown, but it could get very warm, possibly even hot, with that area of high pressure set just to the east of the country. Let's have a look at the tropical and mid-latitude view then. So we can't see the Arctic, North Pole, Greenland, Iceland, Scandinavia, all those areas off the chart up here. However, we've had a look at that view down so we know what's going on. Reminder of week 1, 500 millibar height anomaly with that area of high pressure above average heights right over top of UK island, we are in the top right hand corner chart as you're looking at it. So the next week you're going to see the temperature anomaly above average. So this is again from the 26th of May to 2nd of June, above average temperatures to come in those yellow to orange colours. That's 1 to 2 degrees above normal. And as far as precipitation is concerned, very dry in weekend, as you'd expect, with high pressure flat bank over top of the country. So very dry but warm. Week to come, week 2 is going to be the 2nd to the 9th of June. The above average height just goes out more towards the west and northwest a little bit. And around that, we start to bring in the air from the east or the northeast slightly. Still above average with temperature. I thought the temperature would drop, but actually the temperature is still above average here. So another warm week for the first sort of full week of June. And still drier than average as well, to be honest. So both weeks 1 and weeks 2 coming out drier than average. And then weeks 3 and 4, from the 9th to 23rd of June, we set up high pressure over and just to the east of the country, but low pressure to the south. What happens with temperature anomaly? That stays above average. It's a very strong signal for a very warm June, actually, with the JMA today. This is weeks 3 and 4. Remember, it's normally a weaker signal due to it being a 2-weekly anomaly. So to be in the yellows there, borderline orange, for weeks 3 and 4 is quite unusual and is an indication that we could be in some very warm weather actually in the sort of week 3 and 4 time frame, 9th to 23rd of June. Looks like it's starting to turn a little bit more unsettled. We see the above average rainfall beginning to start appearing just to our south and southwest. It may be hinting at a spongy breakdown, certainly by week 4. Overall still just about dry than average and warm. Right, so that's for JMA done. Let's see how the CFS V2 compares. So again, 500 millibar height, and it's breaking down into week periods. The first week period will take us from the 26th of May to the 1st of June. The coming week we'll have high pressure right over the top of the country. Again, another mostly dry and fine week to come in the next week. Week 2 will be the 2nd to the 8th of June. The high pressure moving out into the North Atlantic, heading up towards Greenland. Some slightly cooler air, some slightly cooler air coming in around the high pressure from the north and from the east as well. So dry but cooler and fresher air potential. We'll have a look at temperature on it in a moment. Now this is a change. This is week 3. It's the 9th to the 15th of June. And low pressure appears then. So much more unsettled as we get through to week 3 with high pressure in the Atlantic going towards Greenland. And so that looks like we have a bit of a breakdown there. Doesn't last for long though. Week 4 looks similar to what the JMA is showing. It's 16th to 22nd of June with high pressure then towards Denmark and Germany, low pressure in the Atlantic, and that should be bringing up a warm, potentially even a hot southerly type flow. Again, obviously we've got to watch out for a funky breakdown from this area of low pressure out to the west, but as it is, it looks mostly set there, but turning hotter. Temperature anomalies for week 1 from the 26th of May to 1st of June. They are above average, a warm week to come. A little bit cooler for week 2, which is going to be the 2nd to the 8th of June. Still warm and average just to our west, but a little bit cooler through central eastern parts of the country. Potentially looking very chilly over Scandinavia as well, by the way. Week 3 is going to be the 9th to 15th of June. That's about average for temperatures. And then week 4 goes warmer again. It's 16th to 22nd of June. Above average temperatures returning to those red colours. And then finally precipitation for week 1, which will be the 26th of May to 1st of June. Drier than average, quite significantly so. Week 2 from the 2nd to the 8th of June. That one is also coming out drier than normal. Week 3, excuse me, again, will be the 9th to 15th of June. Also a little bit wetter potentially, especially so for Ireland. And then week 4, not much of a signal by this point, 16th to 22nd of June. The signal, as ever, is weakening. So, really quite decent agreement, actually, between the two models, to be honest, for the next month. So, it looks like we're going to start very warm and dry next week, of course, under high pressure. Then, it looks like it turns a little bit cooler, I think, as high pressure edges out to the northwest for the first week or so of June. Just a slight drop in the temperature, but still very pleasant, still dry and dominated by high pressure. And then possibly a bit of a hint when it turns unsettled for a while around the middle part of the month. Maybe high pressure back in, though, and turning hotter into the second half of June. Wow, we'll see. Right, that's it for JMA Friday this week. Remember, it's just a snapshot of what model is shown. It could look completely different when we look at these models again next Friday. It is a little bit in disagreement with the ECMWF as well. But, you know, the EC42 day, so check out that one, see how they're comparing. And we'll be back shortly with the 10 to 14 day, including all our reg features. Come back to that a little bit later on. For this week's JMA Friday, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.